I'm focused on the fans. And what I essentially believe is not that any government ban is going to make football safer, and certainly not some mythic woke mob that you mentioned to try to scare your viewers. I think it's going to happen.
I'm not trying to scare the viewers. Football's not about politics. It's not about politics. You're making it about politics.
Your entire economic model.
What?
Your entire economic model is to scare your viewers. That's
what
your
other
whole
sport?
gig.
I mean, Steve, you really want football to be banned. Yeah, you want football to be banned.
No, I don't. This is what you do.
Game. Oh, come on.
On Fox News, Laura Ingraham built a man out of straws.
What you want football essentially changed into, I don't know what. Like, I don't know, you have a sensor in the helmet, I guess, okay. Propose one,
Well, is that technology troubling to you?
No, not in the
slightest.
If
you're concerned about the players,
not in the slightest.
Why wouldn't you want them to play in a way that was safer? You're not concerned about the players.
I think there are ways to make baseball safer. I think there are probably ways to make lacrosse safer.
She then goes on about pretending to care for players' safety. Then this happens.
You seem to have a belief that football has a history based in racism and a celebration of the fans of violence. And what I'm saying to you is, I don't know what kind of fan base you're going to. They don't celebrate violence.
Wait a minute. Let's pause. You're telling me football fans don't celebrate violence? You're telling me there are no oohs and ahs when a big hit is laid?
Putting monitors in helmets to try to make sure that people aren't suffering too many concussive or subconcussive events. These are things the NFL could do tomorrow, but they're not going to do it until there's an economic incentive. The reason they settled that lawsuit is because they had a PR problem. It's like at Fox News when you have hosts who are allegedly sexually harassing people. Fox News throws money at that to make that PR problem go away. That's what happens with big corporations or powerful people.
Well, nobody's done more.
I mean, you know that, Laura, right?
Oh, damn. This dude embarrassed Ingraham and Fox on their own network. But there's more, of course.
And I didn't stop watching football, and lots of fans don't stop watching football because they enjoy it so much, because it's so thrilling. The reason that people change their behavior is because there's an economic incentive. A couple of years ago, when you taunted the survivor of Parkland mass shooting, you apologized only because advertisers withdrew from your show. And
nice try, buddy. I appreciate it. This is what they always do. But we're going to welcome all points of view on the show.
Until you kick them off, of course. Let's be very clear. This was a pathetic move from a pathetic person on a pathetic network. They know what they're doing. We all know Fox News' problem with sexual harassment. It is well documented. One central player was Roger Ailes, former CEO of Fox News. It started in 2016 when former host Gretchen Carlson kickstarted an internal investigation at the news network and eventually a wave of sexual harassment claims against Ailes. That included then rising star of the network Megyn Kelly. Then there was a bombshell report from the New York Times. In it, Emily Street and Michael Schmidt uncovered O'Reilly and Fox News paid 5 women at the time to cover up O'Reilly's behavior. We learned the total was roughly $13 million. Then we learned Fox News would agree to settle a sexual harassment suit against Bill O'Reilly for a whopping $32 million. It did not stop them from renewing his contract. Meanwhile, Roger Ailes fought to protect himself and other powerful men at the network, while women who worked there had little recourse for their mistreatment. Their reporting would suggest a pattern. As an influential figure in the newsroom, O'Reilly created a bond with some women by offering advice and promising to help them professionally. He then would pursue sexual relationships with them, causing some to fear that if they rebuffed him, their careers would stall. It, of course, would not stop there, however.
It has been an expensive run for O'Reilly and for Fox News. The New York Times reports tonight that payouts related to sexual harassment allegations at Fox News now total more than $85 million. The vast majority of that, up to $65 million in exit packages, is being paid to the men who were ousted from the network because of the harassment allegations. Former Fox News chairman Roger Ailes got a $40 million gift as he was ushered out the door last year after being exposed for his constant, relentless sexual harassment at Fox News with several women, including episodes that were far, far worse than sexual harassment. Bill O'Reilly picked up $25 million today on his way out the door. According to the New York Times, that was the agreed upon amount in Bill O'Reilly's new contract. If he were to get fired, the contract provided that he would get 1 year's salary, which for him is $25 million.
The number, though, would keep rising and keep rising and keep rising. It was 13 in 2017. Then in 2019, it was at 20. An inexcusable theme of what goes on at Fox News. And of course, it was not just Roger Ailes and Bill O'Reilly. There were allegations against many. Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, Ed Henry, Charles Payne, Fox News Latino VP Francisco Cortez, Bill Shine. I have to look down to see all these names. Howard Kurtz, Gianno Caldwell. That's just to name a few. As for this part of the Laura Ingraham, Steve Almond interview,
and they see when somebody like Damar Hamlin is almost killed in front of them, or I remember watching Darryl Stingley get paralyzed as an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And I didn't stop watching football, and lots of fans don't stop watching football because they enjoy it so much, because it's so thrilling. The reason that people change their behavior is because there's an economic incentive. A couple of years ago, when you taunted the survivor of Parkland mass shooting, you apologized.
he is not wrong. Ingraham would write the following on her Twitter.
A showdown between 17-year-old Parkland High School survivor David Hogg.
We say no more.
And Fox News anchor Laura Ingraham.
And they scapegoated their favorite boogeyman and political enemy, the NRA.
Hogg first appeared on Ingram's show following the Parkland shooting.
There's a serious issue in this country that we all need to face.
David, thank you so much. We really appreciate your words tonight. And our prayers are with all of you.
But Ingraham now faces a wave of advertisers pulling support from her show after taunting Hogg on Twitter about being turned down by several colleges, writing, David Hogg rejected by 4 colleges to which he applied and whines about it. Dinged by UCLA with a 4.1 GPA. Totally predictable given acceptance rates.
She literally called out the survivor of a mass murder and made fun of me. Who in their right mind would support that?
Then called for advertisers to boycott her show, listing the advertisers with a call to action.
It doesn't matter how many viewers they get, how much they get paid, or who they are. A bully is a bully, and we all have to stand up together against that, regardless of who they're bullying.
Within hours, TripAdvisor, Nestle, Nutrish Pet Food, Expedia, Hulu, and Wayfair all answered the call, pulling the plug on ads on her nightly show.
Thus, seeing the money dry up, Ingraham did what she had to do, which was preserve the bag. Because of the financial incentive, and of course, the business model that they run, she tucked her tail and apologized. Hogg would say, I only accept your apology only if you denounce the way your network has treated my friends, as in the Parkland survivors, and I in this fight. It's time to love thy neighbor, not mudsling at children.